Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to the today's session, model number 5, the transmission of pre-stress or anchorage on stresses and design of anchorages. This is Professor Uma Shankar, Department of Civil Engineering, Guru Nanak Dev Engineering College, Peeth. In the previous class, in the previous session, we have discussed about the stresses in your the post-tension member due to the transmission of pre-stress, and also we have seen how to calculate. Also, we have seen some expressions. Okay, how to calculate the bursting force and also the maximum tensile force, and also how to calculate the hand-joint reinforcement. Now, in the today's session, is the second session. Okay, today we will pass on to discuss some numerical examples based on the design of end zone reinforcement. Now, in the end block, okay, it may be called as end block, anchorage block. Okay, lot of names are there. Okay, don't confuse. Now here, as we have seen in the previous class, whenever you have the plate, okay, normally the plate thickness is represented by YP naught. Okay, now at the end of the member, it is subjected to what is the more stress. Okay, that's why we need to provide near to the member. Here we need to provide what is some reinforcement to take care of what is this heavy stress. Okay, this transfer of pre-stress. Okay, now okay, because of this reason, now here this is called as what? This is called as your the end block. Okay, and this width and depth are all always equal as we have seen in the previous session. Okay, this is also noted as what? Y naught and Y naught. Y naught means it is the depth and breadth of the your end joint. Okay, now normally what happens whenever your steel is your tendon is there. Okay, this is your tendon. Okay, normally this will take it as the Y1. Okay, from center of tendon to the bottom of the beam. Okay, then therefore this total it is equal to what? Y naught is equal to 2 times of Y1. Okay, this one normally we will use whenever we are calculating what? We are calculating this Y naught. Y naught means the you may call it as end block or you may call it as prism also. Okay, most of the times we will call this as what? The prism. Okay, see this is different. This is the plate which is attached outside the anchorage plate. Okay, this thickness it is represented. This the depth is represented by what? YP naught. But whereas this is a end block where the high amount of the stresses is generated. Okay, because of that reason here we are calculating some that the reinforcement that is called what? The prism. Okay, this depth is what? This is Y naught. Now we know that B is the breadth of the beam whenever it is a rectangular section, or BW in whenever it is a T section or I section beam. FC is compressive stress where it is calculated by P by AP. P is the pre-stressing force, AP is the area of the pre-stressing steel. By using this formula, we can calculate what is the compressive stress and also AP. Now only I told. Okay, or sometimes it is also taken as what is the area of the prism. Okay, the area of the prism is equal to y naught into y naught. It is not y p naught 2 times. Okay, it is what it is y naught into y naught. Okay, in this okay, my y naught means what is y naught the depth and the width of your the prism. Already we have seen the previous the diagram. Okay, y naught into y naught. It will give what is the area of the prism. Okay, and where the y naught is depth of the prism and y p naught is the depth of the anchorage plate as we have seen in the your previous diagram. Now, normally we will calculate the size of the prism by the two conditions. One condition is y naught is equal to 2 times of 1 as we have seen in the previous the slide diagram. Okay, y naught is equal to what? 2 times of 1, or you can also take it as y naught is equal to width of the beam or BW whenever it is what? Whenever it is T beam or I beam. And out of these two values, you need to take what? The least value as the depth of the prism y naught. Okay, in this way you have to calculate the size of the prism. then this formula, it is the expression to calculate what is the bursting tension force. Okay, it is also there in your IS code book, page number 36. You can refer this formula where the bursting force is equal to Pk 0.32 minus 0.3 yp naught by y, where yp naught is what? The depth of the your the anchorage plate, and y naught is what? The depth of the your end zone or end block or prism. Okay, then after calculating this F bursting force, then there we need to provide some steel. To calculate that steel, area of steel is equal to what? The bursting force FBST divided by 0.87 Fi. By using this expression, you will get what is the AST. Okay, then by using number of bars is equal to, from here you will get total area divided by area of the one bar. Assume the diameter and divided by area of one bar, you will get what is the number of bars. Okay, in this way, we have to calculate the reinforcement in what is the reinforcement in the end zone. Next, we can also calculate. We can use also the your IS code method. Okay, you can calculate what is the tensile stress, where tensile stress is equal to FC into 0.98 minus 0.85 YP naught by Y naught. Okay, and here we know how to calculate FC. FC is equal to P divided by your AP. Okay, then already we have seen that the expression. Okay, by using this, you know YP naught depth of the plate and Y naught your depth of the prism. If you substitute all these values, you will get what is the maximum tensile stress. Okay, these are the things normally what we'll calculate in the end zone reinforcement. Now, a Fairsnet anchorage system. Okay, a Fairsnet anchorage system, 100 mm diameter. Means there we have the anchor system where the diameter is how much? 100 mm, carrying a 12 wires of 7 mm dia. Okay, where you are carrying what is the 12 wires of 7 mm dia. Okay, is embedded concentrically in the web of an I section of a web thickness 225 mm. Means here FB has given that plate is there in the web, and that plate, it is having the 12 wires of 7 mm, and the diameter of plate is how much? 100 mm, and also the it is placed at a distance of 225 web thickness. Okay, and it is placed in concentrically. This he has given. Then by using IS code method, you have to determine the tensile and bursting tensile forces. We know the expressions which are there in your IS 1343 code book. Okay, we need to calculate those two forces in the end block, and also we need to design what a end block, and also we need to sketch the reinforcement details. Okay, this is what he has asked in the question. Now, by using our expressions, we will try to solve this. Now here it is an I section. Okay, already he has given that the diameter of plate is how much? 100 mm, and the width of the web is 225 mm. But whereas he has not given this y1. Okay, the CG of the plate to the CG of wires to the bottom soffit of the beam. Okay, this y1 he has not given. Okay, this is the data what he has given, and we can calculate area of cable because there are 12 wires of 7 mm dia. Therefore, 12 into 5 by 4 sine square, you will get this as 461.81 mm square. That is what is the area of the cable. And then we need to calculate the pre-stressing force. Pre-stressing force is equal to area into stress, but stress here is not given, but normally we can assume the characteristic strength of the pre-stressing steel, that is how much? 1600 we can assume. Okay, then area of the cable we have calculated here. If you substitute those two values, okay, you will get pre-stressing force as what? 738.89 10 raised to 3 Newton. Okay, this is the pre-stressing force what we'll get here. Then size of the prism, after by y naught. Okay, list the following. Now we know that y naught is equal to 2 times of y1, but here y1 is not given in the question, already we have seen. That's why we can go for the second condition, y naught is equal to the width of the beam. The width of the beam is here what? As its I section, we can take BW. BW is how much? 225. Okay, as there is only one value, directly we can take the depth of the prism is 225 mm. Now I already told in the last session, okay, the formula whatever he has given, okay, it is specially good for whatever the specially words for your the square plate. But here he has given the whatever circular plate. Whenever he has given a circular plate, we need to convert a circular angle plate in terms of a square plate because we have the expression based on what is the square plate. Okay, in the square plate size is what a by a, but whereas in circular plate the area is what 5 by 4 d square. Okay, then if you substitute this into this so that you will get diameter he has given 100 mm in the question. Substitute this value, you will get what? The square plate size. A is equal to 88.62 mm. Okay, and we know that that is equal to what? Yp naught because it is a what? The depth of the your plate. Okay, in this way you can convert from circular plate to the square plate. Then we need to calculate the maximum tensile force. This one. The formula is this from IS code. But here, if you want to calculate this, we want what FC. But we know that FC is equal to what? P by area of prism. P already we have calculated pre-stressing force. Area of the prism. Now only we have calculated. We have already calculated the your Y naught. Okay, area of prism is Y naught by Y naught. Okay, if you substitute these values, you will get what? 14.59 Newton per mm square. Okay, then if you substitute that value here, 14.59, you know this 0.98 minus 0.825. Yp naught is the your depth of the plate. Okay, we have calculated in terms of square plate, that is how much? 88.62. Y naught already we have calculated at 225. Substitute all these values. Okay, you will get the tensile force as what? Tensile stress as what? 9.55 Newton per mm square. Then we need to calculate the thrusting force. As per your IS 1343, page number 36, you get this formula. Okay, Pk into 0.3.32 minus 0.3 Yp naught by Y naught. Okay, Pk means the stress or the pre-stressing force already we calculated. Yp naught means your depth of the plate. Okay, in terms of square plate, 88.62. Y naught is the depth of the prism. If you substitute these values, you will get the thrusting force as 149.13 10 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. Okay, then you need to calculate area of steel in the end zone. Okay, therefore bursting force divided by 0.87 Fi. Bursting force you know 0.87 Fi we know. If you substitute all these values, you will get what? 685.68 mm square. Therefore, your where we have taken Fi is equal to what? 250 MPa means we have taken here mild steel. Then afterwards, we need to calculate the number of bars. I have assumed a 10 mm bar. The area is we have calculated now. Area divided by total area divided by area of the one bar. It will give what the 9 bars in each direction. Okay, in this way you have to show whatever reinforcement. Okay, here you can see there are how many bars are there? 9 bars. Okay, these are the 9 bars which are provided for them to take care of what is the engine. Okay, but whereas in the front view it looks like this. Okay, it is a longitudinal section, but whereas this is what is cross section. Okay, in the cross section it will look like this. Okay, these are the 9 plus 9 total members. Okay, in this way we have to represent the end zone reinforcement. Now, second example. The end block of a PSC beam, rectangular in section, is 150 mm wide, 400 mm deep. Okay, he has given the size of the beam 150 by 400. An effective pre-stressing force of 400 kN is transmitted to concrete by distribution plate of 150 mm wide and 120 mm deep. This he has given the plate size and also he has given the force, pre-stressing force. But the plate is concentrically located at the ends. Okay, whereas the force and plate are what is the concentrically located. And here we need to calculate the reinforcement for the end block for maximum transverse tension, and we need to sketch the details of reinforcement. Use Fe415 grade steel as given. Now here he has given the size as 150 by 400, and here your plate is how much? He has given the thickness of the plate as what? 120 mm. Okay, but whereas this is he has given that concentrically means if it is 400 it is there at the center. Okay, this is concentrically, and this will be how much? Okay, so, okay, this will be whatever y1. Okay, and this y1 is equal to how much? 200, half of that. Okay, and p has given, and we know that yp naught is equal to, okay, yp naught is equal to the depth of the plate. Depth of the plate is given as what? 120 mm. 120 mm. Therefore, we need to calculate the size of the prism, that is what? Y naught. Once again, there are two conditions. Y naught is equal to 2 times of y1. Y1 we know it is how much? 200. Okay, you will get 2 into 200, 400 mm. And y naught is also what? A breadth, beam breadth, that is what? 150. Out of these two values, the lowest value is what? 150 mm. Okay, then the area of the prism is equal to what? Y naught into y naught. Therefore, the bursting force is equal to, this is the expression what we have. The pre-stressing force he has given 400 kilonewton. Yp naught we know the depth of the plate 120 mm. The depth of the prism is, now only we have calculated 150 mm. Substitute all these values, you will get the bursting force as 32 kilonewton or 32 into 10 raised to 3 newtons. Okay, then you calculate area of steel, bursting force divided by 0.87 Fi. Substitute the values. Okay, then you will get what here? 147.12 mm square. Okay, but here I think here we have to use the 4 on 5 because the question he has given. Okay, this is one correction, please make this correction. Okay, it is not 250, here we have to use 4 on 5 because in the data he has given it as use the 4 on 5 step. Okay, please make this correction, or otherwise you make the correction in your question. You take it as 250 MPa Fe 250 MPa in the question one, then it is no problem. Then you calculate, I assume the 6 mm diameter bars and calculated the number of bars, total area by area of the one bar, you will get what? 6 bars in each direction. Okay, here one bar, one bar, one bar, one bar, and one bar, one bar. This is the longitudinal section. Okay, here we need to provide the bars from point 1 y naught to the up to the y naught. Okay, please make this correction. It is from point 1 y naught to up to the y naught. Okay, in this midway we need to provide what? A total 6 bars. Okay, here 3 bars and here 3 bars here show. Okay, this is how it will look in what? The cross section. Okay, this is how we will calculate your the end zone reinforcement. Now the third question, then third example. The end block of a pre-stressed beam 250 mm wide, 500 mm deep in a section is pre-stressed by two cables carrying a forces of 450 kN each, and one of the cable is parabolic and 120 located 125 mm below the center line of the center of the span 10 meter, which is located at below the 125 mm below the center line of the center of the span 10 meter and anchored at the point 125 mm above the center line at the ends. Okay, yes, there are two cables are there. Okay, one of the cable is parabolic but which is located at 125 mm below the center line at the center of the span. Okay, but whereas the other cable, it is uh, another is anchored at the point 125 mm above the center line at the ends. Okay, this is how what he has given about first cable. But second cable is, it is straight located at 100 mm from the bottom of the beam. Okay, and the distribution of the plate for the cables is, he has given as 100 mm deep, 250 mm wide. He has given the plate depth and also plate width. Okay, then he has asked you to calculate maximum tensile stress along the axis of the beam using what is the IS code method. Okay, here there are two cables are there. Okay, for two cables you need to calculate what is the maximum tensile stress. Okay, now first we will see the now here the one cable is at the center, it is 125 mm below the your center. Okay, in the center, but whereas near to the support it is 120 mm 125 mm above the center line. This is about the first cable, and then this is okay. Then what happens, then this is called as what your, this is your Y1. Okay, from cable to the up to the bottom or top. Then similarly we have another straight cable which is located at 100 mm from the bottom. Okay, and this is what is the Y1. This is related to what is the second cable. Okay, in this way there are two cables, and this is the 250 mm breadth, 500 mm depth he has given, and here what he has data given. This is the Y1 for this the top plate, and this is the Y1 for the bottom plate. Okay, now in both the, here also we are providing the anchorage split, and here also we have provided what is anchorage split. Then we need to calculate the tensile stress both at the cable 1 and also the cable 2. Now this is how your anchor plate he has given us 250 mm width and 100 mm water depth. But we know that Yp naught is equal to what? The depth of the plate. Depth of the plate is almost 100 mm. Okay, depth of the plate he has given means this depth he has given. But here we need to calculate this and this. That is what is the Y0. Okay, but here he has given this as the Y1 as 125 for cable 1, and for cable 2 it is what is 100 mm at near to the support. This is the pre-stressing force what is given. Now for the first cable, we know that your Yp naught is equal to what is 100 mm. Depth of the anchor plate is equal to what is 100 mm. Okay, but where the size of the prism we need to calculate, Y0 is equal to 2Y1. For first cable, Y1 is 125. If substitute, we will get this as what, 250 mm. And second condition is Y0 is equal to breadth of the beam, that is 250. Out of these two values, the lowest value is what, 250 only. Okay, therefore the depth of the prism is equal to 250 mm. Therefore the area of the prism is equal to 250 into 250. You will get this as what, 62.5 10 raised to 3 mm square. Then you calculate FC. FC is equal to P by AP. P as given 450 kilonewton in terms of kilonewton is written, and the area of the your prism, this you have calculated here 62.5. Substitute these values, you will get what is FC 7.2 Newton per mm square. Then therefore we know the tensile stress formula. Fe max is equal to FC into 0.98, 0.85 minus 0.825 Yp naught by Y naught. You know Yp naught, the depth of the plate, and you know Y naught, that is your depth of the prism, that is 250 mm, and depth of the plate is how much? The 100 mm. If you substitute these values, you will get that the maximum tensile stress is 4.68 Newton per mm square in the cable. Now similarly, we have to calculate in cable 2. Now in the cable 2, Yp naught is equal to once again 100 mm. Okay, the depth of the plate. Then size of the prism. Here the Y1 is how much? 100 mm. Okay, then it is 200 mm, and Y0 is equal to BW, it is how much? 250. But out of these two values, lowest value is what? 200 mm. Hence the depth of the prism is equal to 200 mm. Then you calculate area of prism, 200 by 200, 40 into 10 raised to 3 mm square. Fc compressive stress is equal to P by area of prism. P you know, area of prism you calculated, substitute these values, you will get 11.25 Newton per mm square. Then use the same formula what we used previously. Okay, Fc is 11.25, here you have substituted, and here this is your Yp naught, and this is your what? Your Y naught, depth of the prism. If you substitute all these values, you will get the tensile stress is 6.38 Newton per mm square. In this way, we need to calculate the maximum tensile stress in cable 1 and cable 2 as per the given problem. Example number 4. The end block of a post-tensioned beam is 150 by 300 mm deep. A cable comprising of three members of 12.7 mm dia. I think it is not three members, it is three. I think cables. It is three cables of 12.7 mm dia and stressed to a 1200 Newton per mm square is anchored against the end block at 100 mm from the soffit of the beam. Means here he has given the size of the beam as 150 mm by 300 mm. Cable, three cables of 12.7 mm dia and it has stressed to 1200 Newton per mm square. Okay, this here he has given the FP stress in the cable and is also told that okay, it is that cable is there at 100 mm from the bottom of the beam or soffit of the beam. The anchorage plate is 75 by 75 mm. The cable the cable the cable is uh, the, the cable bears on the plate. Okay, the cable bears on the plate through a female cone of 30 mm in diameter. Means whatever the cables are there, it is passing through the female cone, okay, which is of 30 mm in diameter. Now you calculate the thickness of the plate. He has given the length and depth of the plate, but we need to calculate what is thickness of the plate, and also you need to design what is the end the anchorage reinforcement, and he has given FCK as 30 Newton per mm square, and permissible shear stress in steel plate is 100 Newton per mm square, and use Fe 415 grade of steel for reinforcement and sketch the detailing of the reinforcement. This is the question problem what he has given. Now here, see the plate is 75 by 75, size is 100 by 150, and it is the pre-stressing force. It is at a distance of what? It is at a distance of 100 mm from the bottom. Okay, and here he has told that it is having a female cone. So this type of arrangement is called what? The female cone, and it is there in your circular span, and this diameter is almost 30 mm diameter. This is what a female cone. Now here he has asked this plate thickness of this plate. Okay, area of cable is equal to what? Pi by 4 into 3 cables of 12.7. It is 12.7. Okay, it is 12.7 square. If you calculate this, you will get this as what? 1385.44 mm square. Then pre-stress he has given 1200 Newton per mm square. Then calculate your the anchor plate depth he has given as 75 mm. But prism dimension 2 times of y1. Y1 is 100. It is also this 200 mm, and the y1 is also your y0 is also equal to what a beam depth. This is how much? 150 mm. Out of these two values, lowest value is what? 150 mm. Therefore, your y0 is equal to what? Your y0 is equal to 150 mm. It is 150 mm. Now, pre-stressing force is equal to stress into area of cable. Area of cable already we calculated 1385.44 stress. Already we know. Okay, that is 1.66 into 10 raised to 6 Newton. Okay. Okay, this is the area. This is the stress. 1200 is the stress. If you multiply this 1200 into this, you will get that this pre-stressing force as 1.66 10 raised to 6 Newton. Okay, in this way, we need to calculate what is the pre-stressing force. Then the bursting force is equal to, use the formula from your IS code. P as already we calculated 1.66 into 10 raised to 6 kilonewton. 0.32 minus 0.3 yp naught. The depth of the plate is 75 mm. The depth of the prism is 150 mm. If you substitute all these values, you will get this as what? 282.2 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. Then therefore area of steel is equal to bursting force divided by 0.87 F5. If you substitute these values, you will get the area of steel as almost 781.61 mm square. And if you assume the 10 mm diameter bars, Okay, here total area divided by area of the one bar, you will get what? 10 bars. Okay, in this way, we need to calculate what is the reinforcement. Then this is the diagram. Okay, it is from point 1 y naught to up to the y naught. Total how many bars are there? Total 10 are there. Okay, year 3 and year 4. Okay, in this way, you need to provide your reinforcement. But here is asked also to calculate what is the anchor plate thickness. Okay, to calculate this, we need to equate pre-stressing force or punching force. As we know already, it is 1.66 10 raised to 6 Newton. Okay, this should be equated to resting force. Okay, because of that female cone, it is circular in shape. Okay, that is the resisting the part. Okay, means that resisting part is equal to once again what? Okay, there you have the shear stress. Okay, therefore shear stress into area, but the area of the circle is what? Circumference into T. Okay, the circumference into thickness will give the area of that circular female cone, and this is what is the shear stress which is acting in that circular cone. Circumference is equal to pi into d. D is thickness. Okay, shear stress is shear stress. Your diameter he has given as 30 mm. Thickness we need to calculate, and this is shear stress he has given as what is 100 Newton per mm square. Then if you equate your pre-stressing force to the resisting shear force, if you equate both these quantities here, you will get thickness as how much? 176.13 mm. Therefore, okay, in this way we need to calculate what is the thickness of the anchor plate. Now the example number 5. The end block of a post-tension beam is 300 mm wide, 400 mm deep. A pre-stressing wire is 12 number of 5 mm diameter bars and 10 numbers are stressed to stressed to 1200 Newton per mm square. The wires are located at a constant eccentricity of 100 mm below the centroidal axis. Design the end block and detail the reinforcement. If the anchorage plate is 200 by 200 mm and the diameter of the duct is 100 mm, permissible stress in the concrete transfer is 20 Newton per mm square. Permissible shear stress in steel is 94.5 Newton per mm square. Then calculate the your thickness of the anchor plate. Okay, it is almost looks like your previous problem, only some data has changed. So here size he has given as 300 by 400 mm. The plate thickness is 100 by 200 by 200. Okay, therefore which is your pre-stressing cable is placed at the distance of 100 mm from the soffit of the beam. Okay, this is what he has given. Okay, therefore the eccentricity is also what is 100. Okay, this is y1 and this is the cone what we the duct what we have. Duct is how much? 100 mm diameter. The total cable area is equal to, okay, there are he has given both, there are 12 numbers and also what is 10 numbers. Okay, 10. We have 12 numbers of 5 mm dia and 10 number are stressed. Okay, first is 12 of 5 mm dia and 10 number. Okay, these are 12 numbers of 5 mm dia, but they are in what is 10 number. Okay, because of that reason here we need to multiply what is 10 into 12 times of 5 by 4 into 5 square. Okay, this is the area what we will get. Then pre-stress he has given 1200 Newton per meter square. Therefore, pre-stressing force is equal to stress into area. This is the area, this is the stress. Substitute this, you will get 2.83 10 raised to 6 newtons. Then we need to calculate the y naught, but he has already given the plate. Plate is how much? 200 mm depth. Y naught 2 times of y1. Y1 is 100. If you substitute this, you will get 200. The other one is breadth of the beam. It is 300. Out of these two values, okay, you need to take what is the lowest value. Lowest value is 200 mm. And he has given the permissible shear stress as 94.5 Newton per mm square. Then you calculate the bursting force. PA already we calculated. Yp naught we know also what is y naught. Yp naught is the depth of the plate. Y naught is the depth of the prism. Already we calculated. This also we know the values. Substitute all these values, you will get bursting force as 56.6 10 raised to 3 Newton. And where the area of steel is equal to bursting force divided by 0.87 F5. If you substitute these values, you will get this as the area of steel 156.76 mm square. If you assume 6 mm diameter bars, okay, total area divided by area of the one bar, you will get what is total 6 bars or 6 links. Okay, these are the links from point 1 y naught to up to the y naught. Okay, therefore, then we need to calculate the ankle plate thickness first. We should we know that punching force or stressing force 2.83 10 raised to 6 Newton, but resisting force is equal to what? Circumference into thickness into shear stress. Diameter of the duct is given as 100 pi into d thickness. This is the shear stress 94.5, which is given thing. If you equate those both two values, okay, you will get thickness is how much? 95.32 mm. In this way, we need to calculate what is the thickness of the plate. Okay. With this, we are completing that the design of end zone reinforcement or anchor zone reinforcement in a post tension member. Okay, then from the next session, in the next class, we will pass on to discuss the another part of the model 5 that is related to what is the composite sections in PSC. Okay, thank you for watching. If you have any doubts, please post your question in your WhatsApp group or in the YouTube link. Okay, so that I'll try to answer your questions. Thank you for watching. Okay, have a nice day.